What's up, y'all? What it do? Welcome back to TinaBopper All The Way Live. This not TinaBopper All The Way Live. This just my YouTube channel. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? So, y'all, first of all, I want to say thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. Y'all the real MVP. And, yeah, we just got a whole lot of interesting things going on over here. And all of such. Now let me tell y'all. First of all, I wish I would have did this with the Hunting of Hill House, because now I already watched the Hunting of Hill House, so I already know all about what happened. But from here on out with my TV episodes, yeah, I'm gonna do reviews on them and just tell y'all what I think about them, because y'all always recommend TV shows for me to watch, want to know what I thought about it, how the movie was or whatever. So why not started doing Bopperween? So the very first one that I decided, because y'all know I'm getting ahead of myself. So the very first one I picked was The Hunting of Bly Manor. So that was, I was gonna do this like a mukbang type, but I ain't got nothing to eat, and I ain't gonna get nothing to eat until I got some chips and dip right here. I'm not above eating. I mean, okay. I mean, I guess I can eat my chips and dip. Sour cream onion potato chips and creamy ranch dip. So, I don't even know why I started eating these chips, because they're so good. Okay, so this is The Hunting of Bly Manor. It's a Netflix series. This is the second Netflix series that I saw, because like I said, The Hunting of Hill House was the first one. I don't think I've watched nothing else on Netflix as a Netflix series. The Hunting of Hill House, y'all, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, so that's my rating of The Hunting of Hill House. So when they said that the makers of The Hunting of Hill House is coming out with a new series, The Hunting of Bly Manor, I was like, oh, I'm most definitely watching that. Most definitely. So this is episode 1. And the title of episode 1 is called The Great Good Place. Okay. So I'm so mad. Move on. Look. I ain't mad at the yummy in my tummy. Okay, so it comes on in California 2007. Okay, and when it comes on, a woman she's an older lady, and she is saying something like, "We lay my love and I under a weeping willow." And when she say that, like a water come, like a woman's head come out. Is it a woman head? It had a lot of hair like a woman. Could have been a woman. Could have been a man with hair though. So a woman comes out of the water, and then a woman wakes up in a chair. It looked like a hotel room. So she wake up like a chair like this, but without being an office chair. And she wake up. Look like the hotel room door is open and unlocked for one. And she walks into the bathroom, and in the bathroom sink is full of water, well, halfway of water, the sink bowl. And then the tub is full of water. You know how like you run your bath water, and then you accidentally fall asleep sitting on the side of your bed, so your bath water got cold overnight, and you didn't get to bathe because you was waiting on it, but you fell asleep while you was waiting on your bath water to cool off or whatever, and then boom. That's what it seemed like she did. She went in there to let the water out the tub. The tub was filled with water as well. But when you look at her shadow in the tub, she is older than what she is. So it's like she looked like, I don't know, she looked like an old woman. So she looked like maybe a 50-year-old woman. And then when she looked in the tub at her reflection, she like an 80 or 90-year-old woman. So, and then it hops to the scene where it's California 2007, and she gets out of the cab. The same lady that was sitting on the chair that was asleep, she gets out of the cab. It's a man giving a speech at a wedding. And the man that's giving the speech, when he sees she's kind of the last person to get to the wedding, all late, like me. It's not a wedding. It's a wedding rehearsal. So he giving a speech, and then she comes in last and gets in the last seat to the table. And he looks at her, a couple of people looks at her, come to the table. But they got that little suspicious look. You know how like, you know how people look at you like, I know damn well she ain't coming to church. Like that. That's how they looking at her. So then, the wedding party moves inside. I know you learn. So, girl, I'm gonna have to put this chicken dip up because it's distracting. That down right quick so I can get into the store. Okay, so she gets out of tab, she goes in the wedding, and then the wedding party moves inside. Inside, the husband and the wife is sitting down like in a little seating area in the hotel, like a little, you know, around the fireplace, little vibes, everybody drinking wine and stuff, sitting around and mingling. So the wife said she refused to stay in the hotel, and then they asking her why. She was like, because of the rumors. And she was like, because of the dead nun rumor. But it's where she wanted to get married. So the woman is sitting in the group of people too, and she was like, well, and she was like, since we talking about ghost stories, do y'all want to hear my ghost story? She was like, well, this is not my story, but it's a ghost story. So the man said, we ain't got number one in time. And then the woman started telling her story. And then now it's going into Bly Manor. Okay, so it's going back in time. Okay. So that's like the intro to the TV show. So the story is in London. You know London, how they talk. So it starts off with a lady going to an interview to be an au pair. Girl, a nanny. Okay, she gonna babysit these folks children and stay in their house. Okay. So her name is Danny Clayton. She's a teacher. And instantly, she's about to cross the street. And then a cab is coming. And she's about, you know how like a bus is about to hit you? Them scenes in the movies. Except for when the shadow of the cab go by in the window, you can see like a ghost man behind her that don't have no eyes. So you coming off the gate, popping up with ghosts. Oh, okay. So she stepped back up on the curb, waited and made sure the coast was clear. Then she came out to cross the street. So she had an interview. They call him, do they call him Lord Henry Wingrave? So his name is Henry Wingrave. And she have an appointment to meet him to be his au pair, which is a nanny. And it's his nieces and nephews. His niece and nephew. It's a girl and a boy. Miles and Flora. Okay, he said, don't call me at all for help. This is one of the things in the interview. He said, don't call me at all for help. The kids are your full responsibility. Like, I don't want to be bothered with that. Somebody break their neck. You got to take them to the doctor. Like, so, now what happens is, he goes, okay, as they talking, she telling him, he asked her, he was like, okay, so what's the catch? You a young 20, if that, she like 22. You a young 20-something-year-old. Why you want to watch somebody, why you want to have somebody else's kids and not live your life? Like, why you giving your life up just to babysit some kids? Because this is usually a job for an older lady. Okay, and then she said, well, what's your catch? Because he asked her, what's the catch? So she was like, well, what's your catch? Because you saying these are some magnificent kids, your niece and nephew. They stay in a manor. They stay in a mansion. In a beautiful town. And they stay at home. So what's your catch? And you paying good. So what's your catch? So they ends the interview with the whole what's the catch? What's the catch? Nobody answer. Blase, blase. So she's at the bar. He comes walking into this bar, sit down, and says the bartender's name, because clearly he go to this bar to get his drinks all the time because he's an alcoholic, because he raising a niece and a nephew. Well, apparently he ain't, because he said don't bother me. But so he goes in to get her drink. She sees him. She walks over to him. She was like, cheers. She was like, okay, so since I didn't get the job, I really want to know, what was the catch? And he said the catch to the kids was imagination and superstitions. So last summer, the au-pair, the nanny, she died. He said it was her choice because she committed suicide. So he said it's a story. Kids stay in a huge house, in a mansion. Their parents died, but they didn't die in the house. Their parents died overseas somewhere. And then they had a dead nanny. So he was like, it's the superstitions and the rumors. That's why. Because she was like, in the interview, she was like, but this ad, you've been looking for a nanny for the kids for 4 months since she been in town. what's the catch with that? You know what I'm saying? It's a good job. So why ain't nobody took it? So he asked her what was her catch. She said hers, she just couldn't be at home anymore. She said, because she was a teacher, she said 25 students, that was too many. It was too many kids, not enough her. And she want to make a difference. And if she can make a difference with 2 kids, then she, you know what I'm saying? And she said she figured they lost someone because they stayed at home. And the boy got kicked out of boarding school because I guess the uncle put him in boarding school first when the parents first died. But he was back at home from boarding school. So after they had that meeting at the bar and they drunk their alcohol, she told him she couldn't handle the 25 kids. It was too much. And that the superstition of the parents dying, the nanny dying, and 2 kids living in a big ass house, then that was what was stopping him from hiring somebody, because nobody from the agency would come because of the rumors of thinking the kids may be killers or something. I don't know. And then with her, she couldn't be at home. Okay, so she goes to her hotel room to pack up, to get ready to leave and go work to be the nanny. In her hotel room, though, she got her mirrors covered up. And then she go outside in the hallway on the payphone and call her mom. She tell her mom she got a job, and she was like, it's to the end of the summer for a trial basis. I'm so excited. But her mama said on the phone, well, no, we can't hear the mama part of the conversation. We can only hear Danny talking to her mama. So on the phone, she said she's not running. She was like, I'm not running. And she was like, it hurts when you say that. And then she told her mom she was about to go. She'll call her when she get to the mansion and give her the phone number of where she would be. So she picks up her luggage, take the sheets off the mirrors that she had covered up in the room, put them on the bed, and as she walking out the hotel room, she looked into one of the mirrors, and there go that shadow of a ghost man with the eyes look like they missing or something, standing in the mirror. He looked like a black man, though, like the ghost. Maybe he's not a black man. Maybe it's just a black image, and I said a black man. So I'm gonna remember to look for that in part 2 if they show the ghost that she be seeing. So the driver picks her up, and then she gets in the car with the driver. Instantly, she's knocked out. Like, she in the back seat like this. Knocked out. So she knocked out. So she knocked out from while driving. I don't know. So when she wakes up, she started talking to the driver. His name Owen. He went to Paris, came back for family reasons, and he's not a driver. He's a cook, but he'll do whatever Edward. Is the man named Edward or Henry? Girl, that man ain't Henry. And he'll do whatever to help Henry out. So that's why he was driving for her. He was like, I'm not a good driver, but I am a good cook. And then when she saw the house from a distance, they driving up in the way, she was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. She was like, let me out. I'm going to walk the rest. Can I walk the rest of the way? He let her out. So as she gets out to walk towards the mansion to see the beautiful scenery of the outside and the gloriousness, first she meets Flora, which is the little girl. And the little girl sitting by the lake, she's singing the song. I don't know what the song was saying. It sounds like the same song now that I think about that. That lady. Did I tell you the lady was singing the song? In the beginning? I don't know. So anyway, the little girl was singing a song. And the lady said, Danny, the babysitter, the new nanny, she says, nice song. The little girl said, what song? This gonna be that's gonna be something to think about, because she was singing the song, and the lady and Danny said, nice song, but the little girl was like, what song? So you wasn't singing a song. Well, what you was doing, little Missy, putting a curse on somebody? Cause we finna finish telling about her. So The little girl. Girl, let me get back in these chips. Girl got a voodoo doll in her hand. See, I can't. Can we count the times that Tina said she would have left? Okay? I just got here. And I'm gone. The little girl got a voodoo doll. I know you lying. I'm not. A voodoo doll. I don't even know much about voodoo. But if you got a voodoo doll, I'm not babysitting you. That's all I say about that. Like, how you 6 and got a voodoo doll? I think the little girl 8. Like, you got a real life voodoo doll. So, the little girl was like, oh, it's so perfectly splendid to meet you. The little girl loved the word perfectly splendid. She finna say this for like everything throughout the house that when she's showing Danny through the house. And then she gonna say perfectly splendid until she get to the room for the school room. And she said, that's boring. So, she meet the little girl. And she asked the little girl what's that in her hand. The little girl said nothing. So, the little girl getting ready to go take her to meet the brother and the housekeeper. And before she goes, she take the little doll and sit it by the lake. Just sit it like it's looking at the lake. And then, they go to meet the little boy and the maid. The maid gives me the housekeeper give me the maid vibes out of Get Out. They act alike. She always spaced out. So when she go over to meet Miles, which is the little boy's like, hey, nice to meet you. He kiss on the hand. The housekeeper just stand down in the well like she just stand down in the well. Like, she just don't even notice that the little girl and her done walked up. I guess that's why that man said, we have a housekeeper and a cook on staff, but the kids are your full responsibility. Because that lady stays spaced out. And her name Miss Gross. Miss Gross. Go look. We'll figure it out. Okay. So, they go into it. So she was like, I'm Danny. She was introducing herself to Miss Gross, which is the housekeeper. And she was like, you can call me Danny. And then Miss Gross told the kids, no, call her Miss Clayton, like I told y'all to call her. And she was like, come on, let's go look at the house and get you settled in. So as they go around the room, they finally make it to the room. They go around the house, you know, the little girl saying, perfectly splendid. This is the room, perfectly splendid. It's a wing of the house that the parents used to live in. And she was like, this is the old wing. This is the wing my parents used to stay in. And she was like, it's perfectly splendid except for everything is covered. Then they get to Danny's room. And she's, so the housekeeper like, come on y'all, let's let Danny get changed and freshen up. And her and the boy walk away. And then the little girl is saying something. And she was like, come on, Flora. And then Flora said, okay, I'm coming. Then she was the last one to leave. Well, when she getting ready to take off her shirt, that little boy is staring through the door. And then he want to say something about, I don't know what he said something about, but why is you, how old is you? Cause you're a little perverted mother sucker. And now I'm getting vibe that he got kicked out of boarding school cause you was peeking at the teachers. Cause he real sneaky like that. He coming off as real sneaky. Real sneaky and real, I don't know. Girl, I don't know. But cause he keep calling her Danny. And then girl, So he gave her a hair butterfly clip. Like he was like, I wanted to give you something to say, thanks for coming and blah blah blah. And he gave her a butterfly clip, like what you clip in your hair. So then they sitting down to dinner. Miss Gross didn't eat. This is the first time that they all sit down to dinner. Miss Gross don't eat. So then after dinner, she's bathed in Flora in the bathroom. Flora not looking at her. Like if y'all Danny and I'm Flora, I'm looking at you right here. But she looking right here and she's saying, yeah. And then Danny is turning around like, who you talking to? Or who you see? Because, Danny be seeing that little black figure shadow. So when the little girl looking over there, like she sees something, she like, well, what you see? Do you see what I see? So, but she don't see nothing. But when she turn her head, the little girl see the butterfly clip. Now here go her weird ass. Now the little girl was like, where did you get that from? Like turning into like Wednesday Addams, but you like Mary Poppins at first. But now you done turn quiet and like, So she was like, where did you get that from? She was like, Miles gave it to me as a gift. That's not yours. That don't belong to you. And she was like, well, who does it belong to? She was like, it belonged to Giselle. Girl, that's the dead babysitter from the girl before her. I know you. Girl, say what now? So she got the dead girl damn butterfly clip in her damn head. That the little boy done gave her as a welcome to babysitting gift. I'm out, okay? Don't give me shit belong no dead babysitter that was the babysitter for me. I'm out. I'm not. I can't watch these damn kids. No. I would have been out, okay? So she said, it belongs to Miss Jessa. And then she looks away as if someone in the room, like she looked over at the other person that's supposedly in the room, and she was like, but it's okay. Now you done turn back into Mary Poppins. You know what, little girl? Because you got too many. That little flip-flop, you just flip-flop. I ain't like that about you. So she was asking, can she play with her dollhouse? And then she was like, yeah, 15 minutes while she goes tuck the brother in. Tell me why. She tucked the brother in. She come back. The little boy asked her, where is the butterfly clip? You didn't like it? Boy, no, that belongs to that dead girl. And your sister was acting all weird about it. Talking about it ain't mine. But she didn't do all that. Because she ain't me. Okay? She was just like, I don't know what she said because I forgot. She goes back in the room. What's the girl name? Flora. In Flora's room. Because the children rooms is like separated by a bathroom. Y'all know the Jack and Jill rooms. They made like that. So she go back to Jill's room to tuck her in. She was like, okay, lights out. Get ready. She playing with dollhouse, remember. Girl, why this girl got a voodoo doll of you? Danny. I'm out. So she was like, oh, you got a doll of me. The little girl gonna say, no, you is you. This is my doll. Then they show all the dolls that's in the dollhouse. I'ma just go, Sue. I'ma just go. I mean, to me, it just, and maybe my tolerance is not as high, but I can't. I'm not. She see all these voodoo dolls in this damn dollhouse, and she's still tucking this little girl in. So So, as Danny is tucking the little girl, she tucks her in and she walking around, you know, to turn off the light, leave the room. She step on one of the voodoo dolls. And the voodoo doll is sitting up like this. Like, she go, like, from laying down to sitting up like this in her hand. And she was like, what's the little girl like? Flora, you got to keep your dolls. I don't want to step on one and break it. And when she turned around and look at Flora, when she just tucked in, this heifer is sitting up like the voodoo doll in the damn bed. Oh, my God. Now I'm out again. I'm out. She's sitting up and won't say nothing. She done snapped into Wednesday Addams again. Remember? So she got Wednesday Addams beat though, but that's all I can think of name wise right now as what she be snapping into. So she ain't saying nothing. She was like, "What do you want me to put her? Do you want me to put her in the dollhouse or under the dresser?" Because the first time that the babysitter tried to move the doll, she said, "Don't touch her. Put her back," with the Wednesday Addams voice and not the little Flora nicely girl voice. So she put her back, because you gonna act like that about your dolls, honey. I'm gonna put her back. So she put her back under the dresser how she was laying. And then, so little girl still not saying nothing. She's sitting there holding the voodoo doll that's sitting up, the girl sitting up. And then Miles come in the room. Miles come in the room and said, "I need my fan out of Flora's closet." He didn't say closet. He said cupboard. Did he say cupboard? Oh, y'all, that ain't the first night. That's the second night. This first night, she see the voodoo doll house. She pick one of them up, and then that's when the little girl snap and say, "Put her back," and she put her back. And then Flora told Danny, "Stay in your room all night. Don't come out your room." Flora was like, "I can't promise you that." She was like, "Just don't come out your room at night. Stay in your room and don't come out till morning." So Flora was like, "I'll do it tonight, but that's a good rule for you and your brother. But I'm not going to stay in my room all night." So she tucked her in and went to bed. Okay, but she got up that night and went and made tea downstairs. Girl, when they made tea, something was made a creak sound. But they stayed in one of them big ass mansions, so it's going to make a creak sound. Like, how would you not expect something to creak if you stay in an old ass house? They're like this house. It's gonna creak. I ain't gonna listen for it, but it's gonna creak. I'm sure something creaking right now. So she made her tea and then said it tastes good to me. See, she from America. And American tea is not like English tea. So, on her way upstairs with her tea and her tea biscuit, something moved behind her, y'all. Now, it looked like a big ass voodoo doll to me. It didn't look like no person. It didn't look like... It looked like a big ass voodoo doll. It didn't look like no gold. It looked like a big ass voodoo doll. So... next time she outside with the kids, next day. So Flora told her that she mad. She said cross. That's the word she used. So Flora is telling Danny, "I'm cross with you." That means she mad. "I'm cross with you because you came out of the room." And she was like, "How do you know I came out of the room?" She said, you're not supposed to come out of the room so she doesn't see you. She was like, so who don't see me? She was like, the lady in the lake. I'm out. I know you're not. You're not gonna tell me no lady, no lake. Gonna see me. And this house already spooking. And I heard something last night while I was up making my tea. Oh yeah, I'm out. So Miles come up, try to scare him. He got a spider. She ain't scared. So she was telling Miles about trying to scare her, blah blah blah. And she was like, I talked to your uncle. And he was like, you talked to my uncle? And she was like, yeah, that's who hired me. She was like, he was like, he had to look like, are you serious? And then he asked her, he said, did he ask about us? And she said, yes, he misses you. He talked about both you guys a lot. So the boy said no. So the kids run off and play. Upstairs on one of the balconies, Danny see a man standing out there. The man not moving. He ain't talking. She wave, he don't wave back. He just standing there. When she turned her head and turned it back, she heard a noise, turned it back, he was gone. So they sitting down to eat. And the gardener come in, which is a lady. I don't know her name just yet. Because she don't speak to Danny or introduce herself now. It's just like she felt like she like she was already there, like ain't nothing changed. And then Danny said she felt like she met the girl before. I don't know what they got going. So the phone ring, Owen answer it, and then he say don't nobody say nothing on it. So that's weird. So Danny mentions the man that was on the balcony. Everybody got a funny look. The gardener had a funny look. The housekeeper got a funny look. And the two kids got a funny look. Only one didn't have a funny look was Owen, the man, the cook. He was like, you couldn't have seen nobody out there. Because that's on the old wing. And then he asked the kids, he said, where we don't go? They said the old wing. So, as they sitting around the table, Miss Gross don't eat again. Okay. Y'all want to guess what Danny went after this clip? Yep, you guessed right. The old wing. Okay. So, first of all, I want to say this. At this dinner, the housekeeper didn't eat again. Okay, so now, you know what? Y'all done sat down to dinner 3 damn times and this lady ain't eating. Now what the going on? And why she ain't eating? Do she not have to eat because she a ghost? Because, y'all, that's why these movies drive me crazy. I just be like thinking of everything that could be going on. Because why you don't eat? So, like I said, Danny went to the old wing. So, you can see the picture of the mama, the daddy, and the brother and the sister. Y'all, they look the same age. The boy and the girl look the same age as they is now. On the picture with their mom and daddy. But they also haven't said how. Oh, yes, they do. Later on. We ain't got to that point. I wrote it down. But, yeah. So, she go out. She go down the long hallway, look at the rooms. Everything covered up with sheets that was in there. And then she go open the balcony doors and look out. Nobody's there. And then in the corner on the floor, guess what's there? I'm gonna let y'all guess. Guess. A voodoo doll, bitch! A voodoo doll. A voodoo doll. I don't like where it's going. Okay? I don't even know where it's going, but I don't like where it's going. Okay? I don't like where this is going. So she picks up the voodoo doll and then looks out, and then in a barn that's across the field from the house, you can see like a fire or a light or something in one of the windows. So boom, she go outside, she leave and go to the barn, go in there, the housekeeper in there. Y'all doing that thing that the maid did on damn Get Out, spaced out like this. Except for I'm blinking and she don't be blinking. So, what's the name? Like, I'm not disturbing you, am I? And then she be like, so, yeah. So, it's a church. It's a church that it ended up being, because when she opened the doors to the little barn, it got church pews in there. And then the little fire that she seen was candles burning. And Miss Gross was sitting in front of the candles that was burning. So, Miss Gross was like, did you find anyone? Talking about going out looking for the person on the balcony. And then Danny shook her head. She was like, no. And then she showed her the voodoo doll. So then the housekeeper, Miss Gross, started asking her, do she know about the parents? And she was like, no, he ain't tell me nothing except for that they passed. And she was like, so he ain't tell you nothing about Rebecca or Jessel? And then she was like, no. And she was like, well, I gotta tell you. So she was like, she said the parents died 2 years ago. So the girl was 6 and the boy was 8, which makes her 8, 9, him 10. Which is probably why they look the same age on the pictures, because 2 years not much. They're pretty much same height and stuff. So she was talking about Rebecca and that she had a boyfriend that was a thief. She stole from Henry. His name Henry. I'm trying to see what's the uncle name. Oh yeah, his name Henry. So she stole from Henry and like just mistreated the girl. So Miss Gross was saying that what's her name? Oh, Rebecca was found in the lake. So she was like, Rebecca waited in the lake. Flora found her, which is the little girl. And Jamie found Flora. So I'm guessing Jamie is the name of the gardener. You remember the girl gardener I told you that? So she said Jamie found Flora. That's all I know is Jamie found her. I don't know if that's the gardener name though. I'm just thinking. So Jamie found Flora. Rebecca was face down and Flora was stone still, just staring. Like, I guess like this may be doing when every time we roll up on her. So Miss Gross took the voodoo doll that she had from guy, and then she was like, "Oh, Flora, trying to protect us with her little voodoo dolls," and she said, "This is a talisman." I don't know nothing about voodoo. I don't know what a talisman is, but I heard that name though. She was like, "This is a talisman," and that's Flora's way of trying to keep us safe. It's a tiny game. Flora likes to play to keep us safe. So Danny asked Miss Gross, did she need a moment because, you know, she was sitting there, I don't know what she doing, meditating probably, with the candles burning. And she asked her what was the candles burning for. And Miss Gross said the dead. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, it's 4 candles burning. And you say they for the dead. So we got the babysitter that's dead. And the 2 parents. Who the hell else dead? Because it's only 3. But she also said, she said, more than I like, when she asked her how many candles she had burning, why was the candles burning, she was like, they burning for the dead. And she had 4 candles burning, so meaning she know she have 4 family members or friends that's dead. But I was wondering, who else is dead? Or is she talking about her dead people that has nothing to do with Bly Manor? Like, is she talking about her mama, daddy, grandparents dead? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So, bedtime. Miles got a smart mouth. He, you know, doing his little smart mouth thing. And then Flora tell Miles, stop being weird. And then Danny steps on the voodoo doll after she tuck her in. And that's when the doll sit like this, and she look over and the little girl sitting like that. Flora is pissed. Okay, she not talking. Then Miles says he wants the fan out of Flora's cupboard, which means the closet in our language. And Flora said, "That's right, the cupboard. You was just mad 2 seconds ago by me stepping on your doll and the doll sitting up like this. I look over at you, you sitting up like this. And you ain't spoke in the last 3 minutes, 5 minutes I've been talking to you. And now all of a sudden he coming here asking for a fan out your cupboard. And you talking about something, yeah, the cupboard in your nice little Flora voice. Nah, what's going on? I'm finna go again. I was leaving when what's name had them candles burning for dead people. I was finna leave when I walked in there. And she was just stuck again. And now I'm finna go again, because y'all talking about going in some closets for a fan, and you can't sleep without the fan. You slept last night without the fan just fine. So he was like, I can't sleep without the fan. Okay. Girl. This girl go in the closet to get the fan. And she was like, where's that? I don't see it. And he was like, look under the clothes. When she looked at him, and Flora and Miles is just standing there like little Chucky dolls. Like they Chucky and Tiffany. Girl, look, I can't take it. Girl, my anxiety too high. Girl, why they close that closet door and lock that lady in there? Why that lady got claustrophobic? Girl, they done locked her in there. Y'all, this lady beaming, bamming, screaming. First of all, she beaming, bamming, screaming, hollering, let me out. You know, of course, she started at first with the, let me out, open the door, this not funny, don't play games, la, 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 la. She got serious after she was in there like 10 minutes. Let me out. Y'all, I'm talking about nobody grown in the house, can't no rest. Oh, ain't nobody else grown in the house. Because y'all know the housekeeper and Owen don't live there. They only come and do their jobs every day and then leave. Oh, now it makes sense. Okay. So it's only her. She bamming on the door, bamming on the window. Y'all. Y'all know she see ghosts, right? So it was a mirror in the closet. She turned around, she see the thing, she put clothes over the mirror and then slam it over in the corner behind the closet, go up in the clothes so she can't see the mirror, got it covered up and everything. Y'all tell me why this lady done stayed in this closet so long. When them children finally came back and opened the closet, she was asleep. Girl, she claustrophobic. You know how long you gotta be hollering, screaming, let me out, banging on the door, crying, hollering for you to fall asleep? Girl, when she sleep, you hear the door click, clack, click. She runs up out of there when she hear the door open. Girl, she tell them to go to bed. They say they sorry. She said, we'll talk about it in the morning. We're not going to talk about it tonight. Bitch, I'm not finna be here in the morning. I'm claustrophobic. These motherfucking children locked me in this closet with fucking ghosts. What? Are you dumb? I'm out. I yelled and screamed. There was nobody here to let me out the closet. Girl, so they get back. She tell them bed. Just, you know, she don't cuss them out. She don't knock one upside the head. She just say, bed. Oh, I know you lying. And these ain't my kids. Girl, I'm finna cluck one of them. One of them gotta get clucked. Y'all don't lock nobody in no dang closet. Girl, they talking about they couldn't find the key. So when she walk out the room, she see little wet footsteps. Like the children had done been outside. I know you lying. This lady done followed the wet footsteps out the door. The door said wide the freak open. Girl, I'm finna go. You wouldn't have to worry about that sapsucker being closed. Because them children gonna be at home 8 and 10 by themselves. I call your uncle on my way out. Because, oh, bro, I'm gone. I'm not. Girl, she followed wet footsteps outside and get around to the front of the house, I guess, where the footsteps stop, and look upstairs. Girl, why the little boy and the little girl standing out looking out their windows? And girl, they looked like little ghost children looking out their windows too. Girl, first of all, this movie give me The Others vibes. Like The Others, it gives me that kind of vibe. Like, is these children finna be dead? Girl, I don't know what's finna happen with this. But tonight I'll be watching episode 2. Because it was episode 1, so I'll be watching episode 2 tonight. So tomorrow, I'll be here. Same bad time, same bad channel. To let y'all know, what did I think about episode 2? And if you not watching it, of course, tell me, yeah, y'all can tell me what, yeah, y'all can just listen to me tell y'all the story if y'all not watching it because y'all don't like a little spooky in your life. But yeah, y'all call it because I'm shook it. I'm over here like, I know you lying. Girl, look, I would have been quit. Girl, look, I done had 5 reasons to quit on my first 2 days. Girl, I ain't got to take this. I got 2 jobs. I mean, my husband got 2 jobs. Y'all remember? Oh, girl, no, everybody love Chris. Everybody hates Chris. Girl, look, I ain't got, So, yeah, y'all, I can't wait to see what's episode 2. That was episode 1. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for episode 2. Y'all don't forget to tune in. I don't know, maybe we'll have a snack. Maybe we'll have coffee. Maybe we'll have something. I don't know what we're going to have while we tell it. Y'all let me know if y'all prefer food or no food. Because I know I smack. Period. So, yeah. That's the end of episode 1. Episode 1 was superb. Can't wait to episode 2 tonight. And yeah, I'll see y'all next one. Bye, y'all.